I pushed the door open, my voice trembling as I screamed, "What are you doing here?" My best friend looked up from my husband's bedside, wiped a tear, and said the 4 words that made me think I was losing my mind. "Who are you?" I stood there, frozen. I've known Sarah for 10 years. She was the maid of honor at my wedding. I've held her through her breakups, and she's held me through mine. But as she sat there, wearing a wedding ring that matched my husband's, she looked at me like I was a total stranger. "Nurse," she called out, her voice calm and steady. "This woman is trespassing. Please, my husband needs rest." The nurse I spoke to earlier rushed in, looking panicked. "I'm his wife," I screamed, pulling out my phone to show our wedding photos. I swiped to my lock screen, a photo of Mark and me at the beach. But when I looked down, my heart stopped. The photo wasn't of us. It was a generic landscape. I swiped to my gallery. Everything was gone. Every photo, every video, every memory of the last 7 years, deleted. I felt like I was in a horror movie. I looked at Mark, lying there unconscious. He was the only person who could tell the truth, and he was hooked up to a ventilator. I looked at Sarah. She leaned in close so the nurse couldn't hear. "You should have signed the papers when he asked, Claire. Now, you don't even exist." "Papers? What papers? Mark never asked me for a divorce. He never asked me to sign anything." Suddenly, I remembered the insurance update he asked me to sign last month. He said it was for his new job. I didn't even read it. I just trusted him. I hadn't just been cheated on. I had been erased. I was escorted out of the hospital by security, barefoot, penniless, and with a phone that had been remotely wiped of my entire life. I sat on the curb outside the ER, shivering. And that's when I saw it. Mark's car, the one the police said was totaled, pulled into the hospital parking lot. But Mark was inside the hospital in a coma. I watched as the driver's side door opened. The person who stepped out of that car wasn't a stranger. It was Mark, walking, healthy, unscathed. If Mark was standing right there in front of me, then who was the man dying in room 302? I think I'm in the middle of a massive insurance scam or something much worse. Do I follow the living Mark, or do I sneak back into the hospital to see who was actually in that bed? Type "follow" or "sneak in" the comments. I'm scared, and I need to know what to do next.